friends, my name is Anna. Welcome back to my kitchen. Today we're making some honey glazed ham. This is the ham that I usually make for Easter and Thanksgiving, but since I wasn't able to share it with you during Thanksgiving, around Thanksgiving, I'm gonna show it to you for Easter. And like I said, you can use it for Easter, Thanksgiving, any kind of holiday that you want to cook ham. This is the perfect recipe for that. It has beautiful, beautiful flavor without being too overly sweet. My opinion, it's my favorite glazed ham. I do make another kind, but I don't make it as often because this one, like I said, it's my favorite. So that's what I'm going to show you. For the ingredients, you're going to need your ham. Now, this is a fully cooked hickory smoked spiral cut bone-in ham. That was kind of a mouthful, but we got through it. Around Easter and Thanksgiving, you can find this type of ham in every single store. I even found mine at Target. I was walking through Target and I was like, oh my God, ham. And it had a great price, so I grabbed it there. Very inexpensive during this time of year, so it is the perfect main dish. So you can see I have that on a baking sheet, and this is important. You want your ham to be cut side down. So this is what I have going on right here. Now for the glaze, you're going to need, of course, brown sugar, honey, orange juice. In here I have some cloves, cinnamon stick, and a little bit of thyme. This is, as you can see, a very small amount of thyme, but I find that it adds beautiful flavor to the glaze without being too overpowering, because thyme has a very distinct flavor, which sometimes I find it to be a little too overpowering. And you're also going to need some Dijon mustard. That is all. I don't like to add any salt to mine because this type of ham tends to be quite salty, so you don't want to overdo it with the salt. So the first thing we want to do is, should be more prepared, but you want to fully cover your ham with some foil. And you also want to have your oven preheated to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. My ham is about, this is about almost 9 pounds. So I'm going to bake it for about hour and a half. The rule of thumb is about 10 to 15 minutes per pound of ham, depending on how hot your oven gets. So this is it. This is all we have to do for now. I'm gonna pop it in there, like I said, for about hour and a half. My ham has been baking for an hour and 10 minutes now. So this is the perfect time to start working on our glaze. So I'm just squeezing my oranges to get the beautiful orange juice. I personally like to use fresh oranges. Now here I have a small to medium saucepan. I'm going to bring the heat to medium low, to where you want to add your orange juice, brown sugar, your honey. Let me get a little spatula to get everything out. Okay, let's see. I did spray my container with some oil, with a little bit of oil. It just makes the honey come out a lot easier. I'll show you now. Look at that. You're able to pretty much get all of the honey out of your container. Okay, we add our spices. Okay, and our Dijon mustard. Now we give this a quick whisk, and we just let everything fully incorporate. You want the sugar to melt. And if you don't have whole clove and cinnamon, you can use a little bit of ground clove and cinnamon. Just be careful because sometimes the ground stuff can be a little bit stronger. And again, if you don't have fresh thyme, which I do recommend, I personally find that the dried thyme is a little too strong. Use a tiny pinch of dried thyme if you can't find, or if you don't have fresh thyme. I'm gonna let this cook on medium-low heat for about 10 to 15 minutes. I just really want the glaze to infuse with the beautiful clove flavor and the cinnamon and the thyme. I'm just gonna let it cook. So about 10-15 minutes will do. Once it's done, we can pour it all over the ham and it's gonna be wonderful. My ham just came out of the oven. It was cooking for an hour and 30 minutes. I think it could have taken it out a little bit earlier, but it's still delicious. Now we are going to pour in our glaze all over, and I want to make sure, let me use my tongs here, because I want to make sure that the glaze goes in between the cuts, so every little slice has that beautiful glaze. Now this is going to go back into the oven for, I'm only going to leave it in there for about 45 minutes, and I am going to baste it every 15 minutes. I'm not going to cover it this time, so there's no need for that. It's been 45 minutes and my ham is done. It is just so beautiful. Like my mouth, it's absolutely salivating. Just thinking about it, look how beautiful the color is. I'm not even going to cut it because obviously I want to take a pretty picture of it, but you do want to grab this little piece. It's hot. It's kind of sticky because of the glaze. But what I like about this one the most is that it's not overly sweet. It's cooked perfectly. Make sure you cook yours according to the size. If yours is smaller, you might have to cook yours for less. If yours is bigger, you might have to cook yours for more. But to me, it's absolutely delightful. I'm gonna call it a day. If you like this recipe, give me a thumbs up. Trust me, try this honey glazed ham. You won't regret it. Absolutely phenomenal. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.